Uh, I'm sorry. Just, how are you today?
Today I'm okay.
Uh,
After a day out in the morning, I have a lot of work, and in the afternoon, I went to the bank, and after that, I came home.
yeah. So after that, you got back home.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So. hmm, Yeah. Okay. Okay. So let's continue to learn the lesson from yesterday. Yesterday we left here.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So let's get started.
But I was fortunate enough that my parents remained patient with me because I assured that I assured them that I would become successful as long as they gave me that as long as they gave me time, and they did. After my channel grew a bit, I showed them my earnings, and they were like, "Yes, yes, okay, you can do what you want." Becoming a YouTuber opened my eyes towards what people can actually do for a living. While traditional jobs still exist, new and unique jobs has flourished with the expand in technology and worldwide networks. Tools and information are much more accessible now and allow us to achieve things on our own that may have been more difficult in decades ago. People ask me what school I went to or where I went to learn animation, but the truth is I'm self-taught. I mean, I have been growing and keeping my artistic passion intact my whole life, but especially learning animation was an independent effort. I use Adobe Flash. I know it's Animate now for my animation, and so I look tutorials on how to use the software combined with the knowledge I got from friends who were already more expensive than I. Animating became easier the more I did it. If you look back and compare the quantity of my first few videos video to my current, you can tell that there has been improvement, or at least I would like to believe so. Anyway, my point is that it's okay to not know what you want to be when you grow up. And if you are already an adult, it's still okay to be unsure as long as you have a right to do something, anything. You wasn't even sure what I want. to do for a living until I was already doing it. I did consider being an animator as an adolescent because all of the cartoons and animes that I watched, but I would have never guessed I would end up here being a full-time YouTuber despite having studied something completely different from animation. I probably wouldn't go back and tell my 5-year-old self to change my history. Despite all the struggle, I think it was necessary to make me who am I today, a plushy wanker. Actually, as a kid, what I really want to be when I grew up was become a super saiyan, which you cannot do unless you are a normal size first, but you cannot really walk to walk, and you can only pass down the plus line.
Okay, so very good. And now I want you to repeat after me a few vocabularies on the lesson. Okay.
Yes.
So I was fortunate enough that my parents remained patient with me.
Because I was fortunate enough that my parents remained patient with me.
Yeah, that's good. But the truth is,
But the truth.
I don't see your tongue. Can you see my tongue?
Yes.
The truth is.
The truth is.
Yeah. But specifically. Specifically. Specifically, learning animation was an independent effort.
Specifically, learning animation was an independent effort.
Yeah. So I looked up tutorials on how to use the software Combine.
So I looked up tutorials how to use the software Combine.
Yeah. Tutorial. Yeah, I looked up tutorials on how to use the software Combine. I got from friends who were already more experienced than I am. Okay.
I got from friends.
Okay, so I got from friends who were already more experienced.
Yes, I got from friends who were already more experienced than I.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, so now I'm going to give you some questions related to the lesson.
Yes.
So does he got his parents' approval when he wants to be an animator?
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
Because he's so dumb that he would become successful as long as they gave him time.
So have you ever been in this situation before? when you are not sure about your career and you have to make your parents remain patient with you.
Can you repeat again?
Okay, so have you ever been into this situation before?
No, I haven't.
Yeah. Okay. So, which school did he attend to learn animation?
He attempted to learn animation by self-taught by himself.
How can you answer this question better? Like, so he knows animation by self-taught.
He knows animation by self-taught.
That means
I mean he learning animation by himself.
So did he go to any school to learn animation?
No, he didn't.
Yeah, okay, that's good. So the question is, which school did he attend to learn animation? Okay. So you should have answered me like he didn't attend to any school to learn animation. Okay.
He didn't attend any school to learn animation.
Yeah. Because he knows animation by studying animation by himself. So when did he first think of being an animator?
I think he think learning animator was an independent effort.
Yeah. Okay, so according to him, to the speaker, is it okay to not know what to do when you were a kid or even an adult?
Can I look at the question again?
Yeah. So according to the speaker, is it okay to not know what to do when you grow up? Is it okay to not know what to do when you grow up or even when you are an adult? Is it okay?
No.
No. According to the speaker. You can see here.
Có chừng nào có khách không rồi dẫn khách vô nhà chịu thì ok, còn khách không chịu thì cũng có không. Chứ sao? Bây giờ mà không chịu thì chịu thì cái sao? Ngày đó cho bạn nghỉ cái công nhà.
According to the speakers, it's okay
Mà mấy thì
not
không
know
mà 13 tỷ, 12 tỷ.
what you want to be when you grow up. Can you hear me?
Yeah. So now can you understand the question?
Yes.
Okay. So at the beginning, you said that no, but how about now?
Yes.
Okay. And why?
Because he wasn't even sure what he wanted to do or living
Yeah.
until she was already doing it.
Okay, so now so before I'm going to give you some other questions. Do you have any question for me in today's lesson?
Yes.
Okay. What is it?
In the end of the lesson,
Yeah.
I say the sentence which you can't really walk to walk. You can only be passed down by blue light. So what is the sentence? I'm not sure I understand correct or not.
Yeah. So you can say like I'm not sure whether I understand the question correct or not.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm not sure whether I understand the question. I'm not sure the way I understand the question is correct or not.
Yes, I'm not sure the way I understand the question is correct
or not. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure the way I explain to you is right or wrong.
Why? I think you.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding because I show you the way I apply the sentence. Okay?
Yes.
I do know how to explain to you.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so in this situation, especially for a few last sentences, it seems to be a joke. Okay. Yeah. Do you remember the last scene when you watch the video? Okay.
Your question is, do you remember?
Okay, so do you remember the last scene when you watch the video? Okay. I'm gonna show you a little bit because you need to understand the context. Where is it?
35.
Yeah. I need to show you the context a little bit to help you understand more. Okay.
Còn lên thứ nhất là gì đấy.
As excited as I was to design structures, my passion for the field diminished over time. Keeping my artistic passion intact my whole life, but specifically learning animation was an independent effort. I use Adobe Flash. I know it's Animate now for my animations, and so I looked up tutorials on how to use the software. Combined with the knowledge I got from friends who were already more experienced than I, animating became easier the more I did it. If you look back and compare the quality of my first few videos to my current, you can tell that there's been improvement, or I like to believe so. Anyway, my point is that it's okay to not know what you want to be when you grow up, and if you're already an adult, it's still okay to be unsure, as long as you have the drive to do something, anything. I wasn't even sure what I wanted to do for a living until I was already doing it. I did consider being an animator as an adolescent because of all the cartoons and anime that I watched. But I would have never guessed I'd end up here, being a full-time YouTuber. Despite having studied something completely different from animation, I probably wouldn't go back and tell my 5-year-old self to change my history. Despite all the struggles, I think it was necessary to make me who I am today. A bloody wanker. Actually, as a kid, what I really wanted to be when I grew up was become a Super Saiyan.
Okay, so pay attention to this one. So he wanted to be a Superman when he was a kid, okay?
Okay.
Unless you're a normal Saiyan first.
Which he cannot, okay? Okay, so when he was a kid, he dreamed of being a Superman, which he couldn't.
Can only be passed down by bloodline. Aw.
Okay.
Tùy mà. Chỉ có lớp nhất năm 2 là đóng năm thôi. Còn năm 3 năm 4 là tùy.
So do you know this comic?
Yes.
Đâu mà như được nó con điểm thì rẻ hơn như thế này. Thì kiểu là nhiều không nhiêu. Không nhớ nữa. Lấy kẹo. Đừng nào 7 triệu.
Do you know this one?
Yes.
Okay. So he was talking about that. Okay. The speaker was talking about this. So when he was a kid, he wanted to become a Son Goku. But he couldn't. Because in order to be a Son Goku, he needs to get that quality from a Son Goku, which is impossible because that character is imaginary. It's not real. It's not true. Okay? That is what it means. So anyway, pass down like like pass down means like you teach something or you give something to your children or to the people who are younger than you, and then that person, that pupil will teach the lesson to another one, and so on. That means pass down. So for example, you have like a secret you have a secret how to cook a good food, okay? And you have a family, and you will teach your children how to cook the same food, and after that your children will teach your grandchildren. Yeah, something like that. That means pass down.
Yes, I know pass down. Pass down. What does it mean? Because when I try to explain full sentence, I cannot understand pass down by loosely.
Yeah, by bloodline.
Bloodline.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure I explain is correct or not.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Like in order to be a sonoko, you need to get a quality from a sonoko. So it means you must be like his children or his granddaughter, something like that. That means he cannot become a sonoko because he has nothing to do with sonoko. Yeah, it's like a joke here.
Yes.
Okay, so now you understand that?
Yes, I understand.
Yeah, you can see that. Yeah. I find it very funny when I explain it to you.
Because I don't think he's wanna become a circle.
Yeah. When he was a child, when he was a kid, maybe he read a lot of comics related to Songoku, and that time he dreamt of being a Songoku, which is impossible because that kind of character is not real, it's not true. Okay, so that's it for today, and in your homework, okay. So in the homework, I want you to answer me. The question number 1.
Yes. Any else?
Number 3. And number 4. 1, 3, 4.
Okay.
Yeah. So you don't have to make it too long. Okay. So for each question, you maybe need to answer me from 2 to 3 sentences. Okay. You don't need to make it too long. Yeah. Maybe from 2 to 3 sentences. That's enough. Don't make it too long. Or maybe 1 sentence if you like.
Okay, I guess it.
Okay, so that's it for today, and tomorrow is weekend.